What is going on, guys? DBG here, and in this video we are going to be talking about the top 10 power forwards in NBA 2K21 MyTEAM. So lads, this is only going to be primary power forwards, even though I will say it, a lot of these guys are better either at small forward or center, but again, that's normally the case with power forwards. Either someone throws a small forward in or they throw a center in. Like, the way power forward position works in 2K, it really is a position where you just need to throw someone in that could easily play another position. And the same as small forward and two guard. Like, whoever you're running a small forward, you could probably run a two guard as well. But yeah, so basically, if you guys or before we get on to it, if you guys are new to the channel, subscribe. We're trying to 240,000 subscribers by the end of the month. There are currently 9 days to go, and we are like 2,500 subs off. It was looking like we're going to hit it. The sub growth has grown down, or slowed down a little bit. Not the end of the world if we don't, but it would still be a crazy goal if we are able to hit that by the end of March. But anyway, now let's go over a few honorable mentions. Honorable mentions, Jameson is an honorable mention. He is a card that I'm a big fan of, but unfortunately, close. Very close, but didn't quite make the final cut. Another player that I believe was very close is Draymond Green. Draymond's really good. Rudy Tomjanovic is not a bad card in the slightest. Larry Bird, Pink Diamond Giannis, and Sidney Wicks, as well as maybe AK-47 if you are on current gen. They are probably the guys that round off the honorable mentions list for what is a much stronger position than, say, the small forward position. Like, any of those guys would have been top 10. Heck, most of those guys probably would have been close to top 5 for small forwards, but unfortunately his position's a lot stronger. At the number 10 position, we have got Giannis Antetokounmpo. So Giannis could be like top 2 or 3 depending on your playstyle. If you are in one of those like 5% of people in the world that like are absolutely elite at baiting lanes, Giannis is fantastic. But again, he's not flawless. His three-pointer's poor. And I get it, you can put him in the corners. He has no ability to get range. I just think for a lot of people, he's a liability. I really do. I think we are about 2 weeks away from getting a Giannis card that is going to be objectively the best power forward in the game. So like anyone, like Giannis is the best defensive player, is the best defensive power forward in the game. Apart from maybe Kermit's better. Maybe Kermit's better. But like, I have never been too big a fan of Giannis this year yet, but I know for a fact that while this Giannis is number 10 on my list, if I was to make this list in 2 weeks time or 3 weeks time, whenever they release a new Giannis in season 6, it probably won't be on Friday because I reckon we're gonna get madness packs on Friday. And as we all know, unless they want to put like Flash March Madness or something and give us glitch Giannis, but I doubt that happens. We probably will see a point guard power forward Giannis some stage this season, who will probably be the best at both of those positions. Number 9, LeBron James. LeBron, I mean, you can say exactly what I said for Giannis about LeBron. LeBron's defense is unbelievable. And that is what really separates LeBron from the pack. His defense, his animations are crazy good. They're not quite Giannis scope, they're not far off. Speed-wise, he's as fast as Giannis. He gets better dunk animations, but he does only have gold showtime. But he gets range and is a better shooter. The only problem is that on current gen, he does step in from the corners. And I don't know, like, again, I haven't played enough with LeBron on current gen to know what he's like. And I know for a fact that a lot of current gen guys are really still big fans of this LeBron card. So I do think when we get another LeBron, he's going to be great. And I think on next gen, just in general, he is great. But again, one of the problems is he's over 220 pounds and 6'9", which means that he can't really even do his he can't do his dribble moves, which is a little bit annoying. If we're looking at like animations, LeBron on quick is fine. Pro 2 escape doesn't matter. Like, it literally doesn't matter because he can't do it. Like, if you are over 6'9", 220, there's actually no point even having the Pro 2 escape because, well, you just simply can't do it. But yeah, he's in here at number 9. At number 8, we got Pink Diamond Lamar Odom. And I know a lot of people are going to say Lamar Odom's not as good as LeBron. And I don't understand how people can argue that. I really don't understand how either gen people can argue that Lamar Odom's worse than LeBron James. Like, that is like one of the most confusing things. And it was even at the time, I was confused about why people were arguing that. These people swore by LeBron James. I never understood how people could think Odom was better. Obviously, people have personal preference, but Odom's got a 88 3 ball, 91 speed, so it's comparable. He's an inch taller. He's also got Hall of Fame Showtime, which current gen guys will let you, will make sure that you know that that's the best badge in the game. Also, only gold clamps. Well, LeBron only has gold clamps as well. He's got 86 ball handle. In terms of his shooting, he's got Paul George base, which is significantly better than LeBron base. I reckon it's a bit better than LeBron base on current gen, but it's significant, or a little bit better on next gen, because LeBron base is pretty good, but it's significantly better on current gen. He can carry as well on current gen, on next gen. And then you can do the Pro 5 behind the back on the current gen, which is a lot better than LeBron James Pro 2. So yeah, I just think Lamar Odom is a superior card, and I don't think it's particularly close. At number 7, we got Kermit. We got Kermit the Frog. If you guys know why I'm so high on Kermit, like he's like, imagine if they gave Giannis a better release. Like, he's not quite as tall as Giannis, but his wingspan's not far off. But the way he plays defense with these stats, he plays defense almost like Giannis. He's a Hall of Fame Showtime. Look at these defensive badges. Just look at them. He's got some of the best defensive badges in the game, lads. Like, there's no denying that. Like, his defensive badges are absolutely insanely good. Like, he's got, 15 Hall of Fame? And I don't think anyone can really, I don't think you can really ask for more than 15 hoffs. Like, if you're looking for more than 15 hoffs, then I think the problem with your defense is a you problem, not necessarily a card problem if you're struggling to defend with someone with 15 hoffs. But he's got half Showtime, obviously. 95 speed, 95 acceleration. He has got an 81 three-pointer, which is usable. It's usable. Because he comes with more shooting badges than Giannis, and his release is better. It's definitely more usable. But I will say it, I would rather be higher. Like, I would be lying if I was saying he was a worse shooter than Giannis, but I'd also be lying if I said he was a significantly better shooter than Giannis, because I think he's a slightly better shooter than Giannis. But excellent base on quick. He can curry, slide, Pro 5 behind the back. Yeah, not quite as good on current gen Pro 5, but I say next gen Pro 5 or Pro 2. But current gen is way better. Again, Pro 2 escape, and he's 6'8", so on both gens he's out here currying. Like, he is, as far as just a defensive 3-and-D wing goes, or power forward, I think I'd still take Kermit over any of the other guys we've seen so far. And they all play a similar role. At number 6, we got Opal Larry Legend. So Larry is incredible. Like, there's no denying that. Like, I've used Larry plenty of times. Like, we all know how. Well, I've used Larry a few times. I've used the other Larry. The other Larry is still like, the other Larry will be a borderline honorable mention. The Pink Diamond. But, like, you've got half steady / blinders. You got half range extender, gold Showtime, 3-1-3-6 total stats. Like, so if you compare him to Kermit, like, Kermit's got 2-9-9-5. Even compare him to LeBron James. LeBron has got 3-0-0-9, whereas Larry has got 3-1-3-6. So, like, it's a significant upgrade even over that LeBron, who's kind of a jack of all trades type card. So Larry Bird has got 85 driving dunk again. Anything over 85 is nice. It's like 85 driving dunk is like 86 ball handle. It's nice to have over 86 ball handle. It's like, it's nice to have over an 85 driving dunk, but at the end of the day, it doesn't matter too much. He's got Hall of Fame blinders, which, again, if you guys are on next gen, you know how overpowered that badge is. Hall of Fame clamps, Hall of Fame hard crusher, Hall of Fame interceptor, Hall of Fame intimidator. So, like, again, he has got a lot of the, like, really good defensive badges as well. So he's gonna be an elite defender. Got good length, 220 pounds, so he can do the Pro 1 escape, which I really like. He has shifty dribble style, which again means he can quick stop on next gen. Larry Bird on quick. It has a weird hitch on next gen, but it's so cash on current gen. It's one of the best bases in the game. So he's in here at number 6. That just shows how good the guys ahead of him are. And number 5 is Dark Matter Zion Williamson, the specific Pantheon version. So the difference between Pantheon and Gold and comic book Zion Williamson, Hero Zion, the difference is that Hero Zion is Hall of Fame range. But like, just look at these stats. Just look at these. Like, I can't. Like, as much as I would like to say, oh yeah, this Zion's not great, he's still unbelievable. He's got all of these Hoff badges. He's got 40 Hoff badges. Kobe base on quick. Pro 2 escape. Like, again, a near perfect card. Only, I'm not even going to say it's a problem that he doesn't have Hoff range, because it's not a problem. The only difference is that there is a version of him with Hoff range, and it's quite, especially if you're on next gen, it's quite a big difference. But if you're on current gen, I mean, it's almost zero difference. Although, I actually think on current gen, I would take base 29 over base, over the Kobe base, but it's very close. It's very close right there. But yeah, so Zion Williamson here, number 5. And number 4, we've got Kevin Durant, Pink Diamond. So you might be saying, Kevin Durant's not as good as Zion Williamson, like stats or badge wise. I just think his length is big. Like, he's 4 inches taller than Zion with a much longer wingspan. And like, that does come into account. That very much has to be taken into account. I still think Kevin Durant is one of the best cards in the game. I'm pretty sure I had, was it number 2 on my best cards at the start of this month, like 3 weeks ago. But he's got 94 speed, 94 acceleration, 97 3 ball, 94 lateral quickness. He's got like basically all the key shooting badges, except blinders for your next gen, which funnily enough, as I predicted a while ago, is the most expensive badge in the game. Because 2K have decided to just not give it to a bunch of really good players. But he's got half quick first step as well. He has got half clamps, half heart crusher. Like, again, there are very few badges that this card here does not have. As well as that, he can curry in next gen. He's got the shifty dribble style. Just the way he dribbles is ridiculous on next gen. Just the way he moves. He moves like Hito, and him and Hito move differently. The two of those guys. I haven't found anyone that moves like either of those. Although Hito's release very much makes him borderline like worthless on both gens, but just the way they move with the ball is crazy. That's why he's number 4. And number 3, we've got Idols Kevin Garnett. Like, a lot of people are going to say, oh, he's not great, he's not great, he's not great. He's so good. He may not be as good as D-Rob. And that's a may not be as good. He might be better, he might be worse. Like, it's preference between the two of them. Like, there is a big thing. Like, again, as much as you guys don't like shooting post hooks, it is one of the most overpowered things on current gen. And I don't know how anyone can say otherwise. Like, just because you don't like to do it, like, people are going like, oh yeah, me saying deep hooks is this like big thing. But like, that's because I figured it out. We didn't know about tweening this time last year. Heck, we barely knew about SIGs this time last year, but they were important. Like, deep hooks, actually hook specialist even on next gen is ridiculously overpowered on Hall of Fame. Like, post hooks, if you know how to, if you are aiming at post hooks, people have only figured it out over the last like month or so because of, obviously people brought it from Park and Pro-Am. But it is one of the most overpowered things to do in this game, centering post hooks. And having the Hoff deep hooks badge is huge for him. He's also got gold range extender, and in my opinion, one of the better releases in the game. I'm not going to say one of the best, but one of the better releases. Again, a fantastic shooter. He's got really nice length, a really good player build. Yeah, he's skinny, but he does play lanes at an elite rate. Defensively, you're looking at the same at the Hall of Fame badges, Kermit, Washington. And he's just an objectively good card. Like, he's an objectively fantastic card. And like, we're looking at best centers in the game. He's way better than Dirk. I'm just putting it out there. He's way better than Dirk Nowitzki. Maybe not better than D-Rob, but again, D-Rob might be the best card in the game. So now we're on to number 2, and it's range extender Zion. So you might be saying, half range, how is this Zion here when the other Zion's like 3 positions lower? And half range doesn't mean everything. And you're right. You're right, it doesn't. It does mean quite a bit, and it just shows how close the rest of these guys are. Like, if you want to put the other Zion number 3, I have no problem with that. If that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. Like, the Zion Williamson is really good. I think he's like slightly better Wes Unseld. That's probably what I'd say. I'd say the other one is like slightly worse Wes Unseld. This one's like slightly better Wes Unseld. Except obviously you can play small forward, which would be probably, I know, power forward is probably the best position for Wes. He's just that little bit small. And that's what stops him from being number one on this list. There is another guy that I just think is quite a bit taller and is basically equally as good. But Zion, fantastic. Number one, Paul George. I am such a huge fan of this Paul George card. Some people don't like it, and that's fine, because again, there are so many good power forwards in this game. Like I think, what did I have at number 10? Did I have Giannis at number 10? Like if you want to use Giannis in your team, there's a good chance you can win a lot of games. Like the fact is that if you want to use James in your team, there are like 15 usable power forwards in this game. So the fact is, if you don't like one of them, that's perfectly fine, because there's like 15 others that are, I'm not going to say equally as good, but that are good enough to use. But Paul George, he's 6'9" with 6'11" wingspan, 29 half badges, good rebounding. He can curry on both ends, which is huge. Paul George based on quick, in my opinion, it's unbelievable. Some people don't like it though. Profile behind the back, great on current gen. 94 speed, 94 acceleration, 94 three-pointer, half showtime, half range, half clamps, half hard crochet. Gold unpluckable, which again, some people might say it's not half, but I'm telling you, bronze unpluckable and half unpluckable do the same thing. It's just that no unpluckable is pretty bad. Like, you can't, like, you're going to struggle if you have no unpluckable, but if you have gold unpluckable, you are perfectly fine. You are perfectly fine if you've got even bronze unpluckable. It's just you can't buy the badge. But again, he's got all the key badges. He's got good length, good speed, basically 90 plus in every stat that matters. And in my opinion, he's got some of the best animations in the game. So anyway, yeah, that is the 10. At number 10, we have Giannis. Number 9, we have LeBron James. Number 8, we have Lamar Odom. Number 7, we have Kermit the Frog. Number 6, we have Larry Bird. Number 5, Zion Williamson. Pantheon. Number 4, Kevin Durant. Number 3, Kevin Garnett. Number 2, Zion Williamson. And number 1, we got Paul George. So yeah, that is pretty much it, lads. That is the video. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, if you guys agree or disagree. But anyway, yeah, that's pretty much it. That's the video. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.